Henley, you fed Maui, Bubba?
Uh-huh. All the time.
All right, good morning. It is Saturday, January 27th. It's a little chilly out, but the sun's out. We have an easy chore day today. Come on, Aislinn, let's go. Henley's got an early basketball game this morning, so we've got to leave here soon. So I left Maybell with the cows last night. I did not separate her so that we don't have to milk, just to buy us some time this morning. So the beauty of calf sharing, you do have that option. There are pros and cons. I've gone over that in the past. I can touch on that a little bit later. So we're gonna do chickens. We gotta spread some hay for the cows and then check water. We're good to go. Come on, Aislinn, let's go. Oh, yeah, he does not like that. The chickens aren't, I'm not chasing a chicken. The roosters are not a chicken. It's almost 30 degrees, so it's fine. Once it warms up, it'll be way too hot in here. Plus it gets very dusty because these chickens they're being chickens. They're running around, scratching, pecking. Okay, so a couple of things I was chatting about. It's pros and cons of calf sharing. The pro is the obvious ones, which is days like today, we got to get up early, we got stuff to do. You can minimize chores by leaving the calf with the mama, and then we don't have to milk today. So that's a pro. A con is that once that calf gets older, it starts drinking milk. So you got to be careful. I mean, I'll go out early some nights. I mean, if she's just draining the milk, I'll go out early and separate so that we've got something the next day. But as those calves get older, and look, I think we probably leave our calves on our cows way too long. You're not supposed to leave them on. I mean, she's more than 6 months old. I think you're supposed to wean them at like 4 months or something. I don't know. Look, I'm not trying to be conventional, or I don't care. I do what's best for us, what works for us. So it works for us. We still get enough milk. Gives us the opportunity to leave the calf on if we need to get up early or whatever the next day. So easy chores today. We're gonna get some hay out, feed the cows, do some mucking, go to the basketball game. When we get back, we are prepping to. We're gonna leave town here in a little bit, and we're getting everything prepped for our neighbors who are gonna come do chores. So again, we're gonna simplify. We'll leave the calf on Annabelle all week so they don't have to milk. I'm gonna get all the hay bales lined up so they know which ones to feed them while we're gone. We'll get all the buckets. We've got all those 5-gallon buckets with lids. We'll just place those in the high tunnel, and I'll place another chicken water in the high tunnel so that they can essentially do what we do every other day. They're gonna have to utilize an outside hydrant, which is the difference. So they'll have to drain the water every night. So I might leave 3 now that I'm thinking through that. So anyways, we're gonna prep, we're gonna do that later. But we'll finish up chores and good to go. Yeah, what's up? They're fine, they'll go out. Annabelle's gone. Hi, Bubba. Yeah. put some dry hay. It was soaking wet. These cows are sitting there and poop and pee, and it just gets wet. So I moved a lot of it out. So all that stuff there, way in there, never sees the sun. So I brought all that out here. I'm gonna let the sun hit it, dry it out. Leave it open again, let the sun hit all this. Then tonight I'll come muck this again and then fill it all in. So chores are done. We gotta leave here in like 15 minutes. So again, the beauty of being able to calf share allowed us to do just some maintenance stuff we needed to get done. Spend a little more time doing mucking and throwing some dry hay and getting some wet hay out, as opposed to milking today. So we have plenty of milk, we're fine. It's just nice to have that opportunity. So easy chores today. Like I said, we're gonna prep to head out. We're heading out of town here soon, so we'll get all that prepped later on today, and then we'll catch you guys next time. Have an awesome day. Now and millennium. But you see the shadow. That shadow's already hitting right there in that corner, so doesn't get a whole lot of sun, unfortunately. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, that back part's getting a ton of sun. So I may have done this wrong, where I assumed that back part doesn't get any sun, and it is getting sun right now. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna get, I think Natalie said we're shy on 2 buckets. We need 5 lids, so 2 buckets, 5 lids, and the feeder. We're gonna get we've got an old fish feeder when we were doing aquaponics years ago, and I think we can set up Maui's food to feed him at night. We're trying to minimize chores for our neighbors so that they only have to come once a day. They come in the morning. Oh, the other thing I'm gonna do is stack the hay. So I will stack 2 bales per day, just so it's very obvious for them when they come over to feed the cows. So real quick, and then we gotta head again. So we just got back from Henley's basketball game. They won, good for them. And then Evie's got gymnastics here. So we gotta leave here in about 45 minutes. So real quick, get everything wrapped up, get everything ready for when we leave, and then I'll head back and head to gymnastics. We're trying to grow as much as we can, right? So this winter, we brought one of the racks up from the cooler, and we did aquaponics years ago, and it worked. It was amazing. We're gonna do it on a smaller scale. We've got a 10-gallon tank. We're just gonna get some goldfish, and I've got racks. So we're gonna put the racks of lettuce, any veggies that we plan to grow above it, and then the goldfish go underneath. And the thought process behind aquaponics is your fish create nitrates and nitrites to feed the veggies. So you've got tubing running, you've got tubing pumping the water from the fish tank up into the veggies, and then the veggies suck all the nutrients, and then all of that trickles back down into the fish tank below, essentially filtering the water for the fish. So you're taking all the goodies from the fish. It's basically like fish fertilizer. The plants are sucking it up and then doing its part in terms of filtering, so the water below where the fish are is essentially clean. It's an entire ecosystem that you can create. And so we've got all this tubing. Natalie bought, I mean, gosh, we used to have all these huge pumps. I mean, we had a huge setup years ago. We're doing a much smaller scale, but the little pump she bought, she's not sure if any of this tubing is gonna fit. I'm actually going to, I'm just gonna bring this. Come on, dude. Okay. Come on. Let's. All right. Got some eggs, got the food. We'll just leave the food right there. As we approach when we leave, I'll bring in another water, so they've got 1 or 2 waters, just so they've got a couple out here. When I got home, I went in to check in, and I forgot Natalie's good to me. She made breakfast burritos, so we had our second breakfast. That's why in between, when I went and got all the buckets and what I just did, we did sit down and have some breakfast, and then they took off to gymnastics. I've got the 2 other kids. It's nap time. I've got a couple hours of work I got to do while the kiddos are napping, and then it's weekend time. We'll catch you guys next time. Daisy, where'd you go? We gotta go inside. It's nap time. What, Bubba?